which is in the Northeast Kingdom. And I'm not sure where to begin. It's nice to see so many young people here tonight, and all the people who come out who are interested in this subject. I consider myself an environmentalist. I live in the Northeast Kingdom because I'm an environmentalist. I moved to that part of the state because it's absolutely gorgeous. It's isolated. We're in the middle of no place. I like it that way. And I'm willing to give up a lot. I don't live near a Starbucks. There's one paved road in our town. We don't have a gas station. We don't have a store where we can buy milk and bread. We don't have a post office. We have nothing. You know, we've got one paved road, and we have a really good school, and I'm really proud of the school. But other than that, it's a very isolated rural place, and I love it there. And what I've heard tonight is there are a lot of people in South Burlington who are interested in wind. So I think it would be really interesting if the wind developers started focusing on South Burlington and stopped focusing on my home. So I am for the moratorium. I was excited tonight to hear Steve Marshall talk about the idea of no longer anybody making any private profit. I think that's a great idea. I think it's brilliant, because I think if people weren't making a lot of money off these things, they wouldn't be happening. This really isn't about energy. This is about money for them. You know, I think one of the things about the process, I'm not sure, I'll try to write it up for you just to drive home the process, how the process disenfranchises small towns. Because someone here tonight was talking about it's awful to feel powerless. Tim Hoop said that. And that's pretty much how I've been feeling for the past 9 months when I found out the developers were coming to my town. So in our town, we have a town plan that says that we are interested in renewable energy. That was misinterpreted by the developers. They believed that that was an invitation to come and dynamite the tops of our mountains and put up industrial wind turbines. It's not an invitation. It was never meant to be an invitation. If you look further in our town plan, what it says is that 80% of the people who were surveyed said, we really care about our town and our environment, and we don't want to be industrialized in any way, shape, or form. But what ends up happening is, rather than the people who write the town plans, who, oh, by the way, who are volunteers, small town guys, volunteers, not lawyers, they write the town plan, and rather than them getting an opportunity to interpret the town plan, what ends up happening is that lawyers who work for the Public Service Board and lawyers who work for the developers are the ones who interpret the town plan. And their interpretation is, it's an invitation, we're good to go. So briefly, what I can tell you is that we spent 7 months researching. We've invited many people on this committee to come and talk to us in Newark to learn about industrial wind. We made a decision. 76% of the people of the town voted against industrial wind in our town. So in the largest town meeting in the history of the town, we said, no thanks, we don't want it here. And supposedly the governor said, you know, I'm behind small towns, I'm with communities. If communities say no, that's okay. We told the governor told the head of the Department of Public Services. The head of the Department of Public Services had one of their lawyers tell the Public Service Board. Public Service Board ignored that. So small towns and communities are being ignored in Vermont. The process doesn't work. But also, the other thing I just want to say really quickly is a number of people have said, what are the other options? Carrie Wilson asked, what are the other options? Rebecca White. Go to energizevermont, one word, .org. Energizevermont.org. Spend 23 minutes of your life looking at a video and learning about what some of the other options are. There are a lot of other options that are right for Vermont. Dynamiting the tops of our mountains. They're non-renewable. It takes 250 million years to grow a mountain. They're not coming back. Thanks.
What's that site again?
Energizevermont.org. One word. Energizevermont.org.
Thanks, Laura.
Thank you.
Thanks.